Well, now in just 2 or 3 minutes, the teams will be on the field. And here with me in the studio, Jimmy Hill and Laurie McMenemy of Southampton. Now, Jimmy, you and Laurie on Saturday, before the match, both went for Manchester City. Any reasons you've seen to change your minds?
Well, judging by that practice match this morning, I don't know what went on there at Manchester City, but it seems as if they are still as hungry as lions and they still have their appetite for winning the game. 4 stitches in one player's leg. And
that was Tony Henry, by the way.
Right.
Yes.
For me, it seems as if they still have the will to win, and I still doubt whether Spurs have quite enough of it.
Laurie?
Yeah, I think there's too much talk being made about aggression in the game, and it's taken away the fact that there's still a lot of skill there. I think the skillful players of Tottenham will be even more determined to bring it out tonight, but I don't change my opinion. I just got a feeling in my blood that John Bond's going to win the FA Cup, and I think his team are fortunate to have him as manager this year, because I think it's his year.
So you both still go with City, and we go outside now to join this vast crowd. 92,000 tonight, not the 100,000 that was here on Saturday. That's because of safety regulations for evening matches. But here now, your match commentator on this 1981 FA Cup final replay, John Motson.
And already they're calling this replay the fans' final. The reason being that most of the supporters inside the stadium tonight are committed fans of one of the two clubs. And they're making history, John Bond and Keith Birkinshaw. Never before have two managers walked out in a Wembley FA Cup final replay. Tommy Hutchison, the man who made his name in more ways than one in the first match. So a reminder of the lineups. Spurs absolutely unchanged, even down to substitutes, with Tony Galvin, number 9, and Gary Brook passing fitness tests. Gary Brook the sub again, and a number change there with Steve Perryman, the captain, wearing number 6. And Ricky Villiard preferring the number 5 shirt. And with that late decision to make Dennis Tuitt the substitute in preference to Tony Henry, the other City players absolutely unchanged. The 11 who start the match were the ones who kicked off on Saturday, and Bennett passed a fitness test after that game. And talking of the referee, you might like to know that his fee for tonight's activities amounts to just £35. He got the same fee for Saturday, a rather modest return when you bear in mind that this final has grossed a total of over £1.5 million. So Wembley history is made, the first FA Cup final replay to be staged in this stadium. City in sky blue again, Spurs in white. And in the first half, Tottenham playing from left to right. Perryman in the number 6 shirt in this match. Glenn Hoddle. That was Miller looking for Crooks. Nicky Reed, who played so well on Saturday. Here's Crooks. Ardiles. Perryman. Now Ardiles looks for Hoddle. Will Spurs find more room, I wonder, in midfield? And the harassment has already started. Jerry Gow and Steve McKenzie shutting down Ardiles and then bringing him down. And the referee in a marvellous position once again to step in, prevent any retaliation. The other players haven't heard the whistle. What about that? The referee is on this side of the pitch, trying to calm it all down, warning Gow and McKenzie about their challenge, which was over-enthusiastic to say the least. Gow is getting spoken to, but so much noise inside Wembley that the rest of the players, away from the incident, just didn't hear the whistle, and they carried on playing. When it all cools down, it'll be a free kick to Spurs. be taken by Paul Miller, number 3. Villiers up, comes to Galvin. Gow challenging. Graham Roberts. Oh, straight to Gow. This is Reeves. Tackle was by Roberts, a foul. Tottenham proving that they can compete as well. Point of some contention that about the commitment of either side on Saturday. Ranson to Hutchison. Challenged by Galvin. Well, City forced a series of early corners in the first match, and Paul Power can bend these in with his left foot and keep an eye on the near post, where Reeves and Caton normally station themselves. 11 and 6, respectively. Caton got up. Mackenzie! Away by Chris Hughton from almost on the line. Power. Well, I've seen Chris Hughton clear from there so often this season. He's on that goalpost there, and he crisply drove away that shot from Mackenzie. Corner again. It's come out to Gow. This is Mackenzie once more. They're looking for an offside. It's Reeves! Kevin Reeves was blocked by Villiers as he was about to shoot. Spurs came out hoping for an offside flag. It never came. Ricky Villiers was aware of his defensive responsibility, and he caught up with Kevin Reeves. And now it's Hoddle to Hutchison. Hoddle again. Driving one up for Archibald to chase with Nicky Reed. Good play. Ranson. Spurs are still coming out of defence. Villiers, good play by him too. Galvin. Villiers. Tackle by Gow. What a hectic start. And the fans loving it. Here's Crooks with McDonald. Still Crooks, foul though. That gives me the chance to bring in Jimmy Hill.
Well, as before, City have forced a few corners early in the game. Spurs are using a longer ball. They're playing just the same tactics as Saturday, with Perriman in the right-back position. I'd like to see him in the middle to compete with the sort of tackling we've seen already. Gow's challenge, too strong at that time of the game, almost thought to be premeditated, but I didn't like it, and I hope we don't see any more.
Spurs free kick with just over 5 minutes gone. Miller. That's Archibald. This is Hoddle. Now Villiers. Archibald. Hoddle. Good one-touch play. Villiers. Away by Reed as far as Hoddle. He's looking for Crooks. Tommy Hutchison is back. Well, he'll prefer to go that way if he can. Hughton to Ardiles, but the free kick already given. Early to Archibald. Crooks. Archibald. And that comes back to him. Spurs have got 6 players forward. That hit Galvin. Keith Birkinshaw hoping Spurs can make something of this early spell. McDonald. So still Spurs with Ardiles. Brilliant. It hits Archibald, has got a chance. Oh, good save, Ricky Villa! Ricky Villa scored! And it was made by his fellow Argentine, Ozzy Ardiles. After 8 minutes, driven in by Ardiles. Archibald was blocked by Corrigan. Good goalkeeping, but he couldn't stop the rebound. Villa, the scorer. Made, look at this by Ozzy Ardiles. The skill is there for all to see. Brilliantly set up. Corrigan did awfully well here against Archibald. That wasn't his fault. And Ricky Villa puts the rebound in between the two defenders, and Spurs are ahead. Reeves. Ardiles. Well, in the first half on Saturday, Ozzy Ardiles hardly had any room at all, but he made enough there to be compared with some of the Brazilians who played here on Tuesday night. It was a tremendous piece of skill that set the goal up. Ranson with the kick. Miller, Reeves underneath it. And now Hutchison to McKenzie. Oh, tremendous goal! Steve McKenzie. Fabulous shot. An absolutely outstanding volley by Steve McKenzie, only 19. And just watch this one fly in. First of all, Paul Miller up to head the ball out for Spurs. Then Reeves competes. Then it comes out again for Hutchison. And McKenzie hits it. And look at that. 10 minutes gone, and we've had 2 goals. Ardiles for Spurs. Villar. In the way, Nicky Reed. Handball, was it? The referee thought so. Free kick to Spurs. And now they've got to get the wall right after what happened on Saturday. Joe Corrigan will be hoping Tommy Hutchison stays where he is. Because Hoddle could do anything from here. Well, what a start. 1-1 and a free kick to Spurs. That's Hoddle, hit the post. Oh, what's going to happen next? How close can you be? Wonderful view of it from here. Glenn Hoddle bending it round, and Corrigan might even have got a hand to that. That's Galvin. Ardiles for Spurs. Power. Reeves, play on to Keith Hackett. Good decision. David Bennett. Bobby McDonald. 2 ricochets, Roberts the first, Perryman the second. Archibald, Villa. Hoddle. Crooks. Foul already given. Bobby McDonald a bit late on Glenn Hoddle. Power. Offside. Well, we're already back where we finished on Saturday at 1-1. What a terrific opening 10 minutes. I've rarely seen anything like that in a match of this importance. Here's Houghton for Spurs. Runs on to Archibald. Now it's Villa. Hoddle. Archibald tangling with Bennett. This is Perryman. This is Archibald, deflection of Power. Bennett's uncertain clearance. McDonald battling with Ardiles. This is Perryman. Now Hoddle. Square of him is Paul Miller with the shot. Came off Reed. Crooks found Galvin. Villa. And this shot comes off Gal. And away by Ray Ranson. for a corner. Roberts coming in, but he was climbing as he did so, and here's Jimmy Hill.
Well, we said they took 15 minutes to warm up on Saturday. They didn't need that tonight. As John said, we've seen more action early on, and perhaps we talk right. Here's Veer on the ball.
And trying an effort when the move broke down with a poor clearance, really, Jimmy, from Corrigan to MacDonald.
It was indeed, and if they're going to keep the action going like that, there's going to be no time for comment from me, John. But I don't think they'll make the same mistake again here in City. It's very evident that Spurs are perhaps smarting from the talk of no commitment, and they're committing themselves much more fully in tonight's match. That's for certain.
There's Paul Power for City. Wide to Bennett. Power and Mackenzie in the centre, so his offside flag was up against Power. Just a word, Jimmy, about the goal by Mackenzie.
Well, perhaps we can have time, if not now, in a moment, to just get a look at that slow motion because of the other goal. But there's no doubt that that Mackenzie goal, as you said, will go down as perhaps the best goal ever seen at Wembley in a cup final. It was a spectacular volley by anybody's standards. Bobby Charlton himself couldn't have done better.
And it makes the score Tottenham 1, Manchester City 1. Bennett's on the chase here, and Alexic's come. Was he outside his area when he handled the ball? I thought he was. The linesman says he was, and the referee awards a free kick. Now, Alexic got booked for that in the semi-final replay against Wolves, because it is deliberate handball, if you think about it. As you watch the long ball come in, watch the goalkeeper come to meet Bennett. He's come all the way out, he's over his 18-yard line. The referee has chosen discretion here. He's not booked the goalkeeper, but he has obviously awarded the free kick. This is Power with one of his efforts, which counted in the semi-final, but doesn't count here. A quiet spell now for everybody to get their breath back. Galvin. Houghton. On the way, Hutchison. Crooks. Houghton. Now Miller. Strains of the Tottenham song from the left-hand side. The fans exactly as they were on Saturday, with City at the so-called lucky end to our right. This is MacDonald. That was Power. Now Houghton. It's Galvin for Spurs. Mackenzie getting his foot in. And he'll remember that goal, Steve Mackenzie, for the rest of his career. What a tremendous strike on the volley. Free kick's been given to City. Garth Crooks not very happy about the decision. But referee Keith Hackett signalling there was some backing in there. And Tommy Caton has made his way forward on this nearest side of the penalty area to us. Taken by Hutchison. Reeves is near post. And Garth Crooks was back defending. Corner to City. As Kevin Reeves got the touch on the near post, a little bit of panic set in for Spurs as Caton came in, but Crooks knew what he was doing. Caton and Power in together. Ardiles not sure of his clearance. Mackenzie back to Gow. Wide again to Hutchison. City still with plenty of players forward. Ardiles sorts things out, at least as far as the halfway line for Spurs. But here's Gow. Good ball from Hutchison. Roberts. Perryman. Oh, and Mackenzie straight to Archibald. That could be dangerous. Galvin is free on the left. Archibald challenged by Ranson. It's going to come to Galvin now. Nicky Reed over. Archibald. Ardiles. It's too elaborate, but Chris Hughton backing up. Archibald. Crooks is the man making the run. Reed the header to Villiers. Villiers shot! Oh! Well, Joe Corrigan got in the way, that's all you can say. It seemed to knock him backwards. What an extraordinary save. Glenn Hoddle tried to chip Crooks in. This is Villiers. And Corrigan, his left fist flying, kept it out. Roberts coming in at the back and again doing some pushing. Reeves. Good tackle by Roberts. He's not been overwhelmed by the occasion. This is Villiers. There are two waiting in the centre. Villiers goes for the near post. Joe Corrigan, too experienced to get caught like that. Ricky Villiers signals that it is a corner, which is why Glenn Hoddle is going across, but Hoddle put Villiers on his way. The space slightly shut down by Caton and then by Corrigan. Here comes Roberts. There goes Archibald. That was McDonald's header out. And then it was Gow who got the ball away. There's Bennett. Hutchison. Shaking off Garth Crooks, Tommy Hutchison. Finally Hoddle in the way. Very much involved in the first half. In high again, and the linesman already flagging for a goal kick. Jerry Gow, who swung that ball in, but was pretty harmless. There's Bennett. Ardiles looking for Galvin on the far side. Spurs throw. Now, can they get people in support quickly here before City can do the marking? Galvin again. They can, it's Villiers. Nicely by Ricky Villiers. He's got Garth Crooks hanging back. Crooks! And from the throw-in, Spurs thought quicker than City. So often, defenders don't pick up players quickly from a throw, and Ricky Villiers there capitalised on that. On by Paul Power to Bennett. And Power goes again. Well, there have been some spectacular goals in the FA Cup this season. Paul Power scored one in the semi-final. There were one or two earlier in the competition. And Steve Mackenzie, who at 19, there haven't been many younger players who have scored in a cup final. John Sissons was one, I remember, for West Ham. But Steve Mackenzie at 19 will look forward to seeing that many more times. Here's Archibald for Spurs. Galvin is free on the left. He's got two others up with him. This is Galvin. Good stop by Corrigan, and before Galvin could get to the rebound, Ranson was there. Very swift break by Tottenham, and Joe Corrigan shows again what an alert goalkeeper he is. On by Reeves to Mackenzie. Ardiles off. somehow found a way through them and then overran the ball. This is Gow. Mackenzie makes the run, Roberts is with him. Galvin. Crooks. Ardiles, good play by Garth Crooks to hold off the challenge there of Nicky Reed, who felt it was a foul, but the referee, who seems to me to be so close to every incident, and he too must have appreciated that patch of skill just a moment ago again from Ozzy Ardiles. Stoppage time at the end of the first half, and there wasn't much of that. But the game had an almost uninterrupted rhythm. Started off after 8 minutes by Ricky Villiers' goal for Spurs. Such a turnaround for him after the events of Saturday. A marvellous equaliser, struck with awesome power by Steve Mackenzie on the volley. Nevertheless, the score remains as it was at the end of 90 minutes then, at the end of extra time then. Spurs 1, Manchester City 1. Well, I called it the fans' final at the start of this replay, and it's certainly been that way. Marvellous backing from the terraces and from the stands for both teams. Not quite what Tony Galvin intended, but here's Ardiles. And neither was that what he intended. Here's Hutchison. Played in low for Reeves to strike one. It hit his own player, Bennett, and was cleared by Houghton. Here's McDonald. Nicely done. Wide to Power. McDonald has stayed forward with the attack. And finally tangles with Perryman. Brooks killed that beautifully. Galvin starts his run, cut out by Ransom. It's Perryman. There's a bird still on the pitch over there. It was an intruder at half-time. It's still fluttering about. But Spurs are fluttering too. Here's Galvin. Archibald is coming in, and McDonald took the ball away from him to concede the corner. Well, the poor little fellow is still there, getting the closest possible view of the cup final. Graham Roberts forward again. And the referee has seen that the wounded bird is in need of greater attention at the moment than the players. The linesman has come on, and the reserve official the corner to be taken by Glenn Hoddle. In comes Roberts again. Here's Tony Galvin. Good tackle by Paul Power, very firm and played the ball. There's Crooks. Galvin. Tight to the line, Tony Galvin, too tight. I think Galvin thought he was impeded first and wasn't happy about the decision, and the referee not happy either about the dissent. Throw into City. On by Hutchison. And now a throw into Spurs. Hutchison doing his best to shake Spurs off, and in the end winning a free kick. On by Reeves to Bennett. Paul Miller trying to check Bennett. Down goes Bennett. Penalty! Penalty! Keith Hackett had no doubts. David Bennett has won a penalty for City. Miller is contesting the decision with the referee, and Bennett there got Spurs into a tangle. And here comes Reeves, and it's there. Kevin Reeves puts City in front. So let's see the incident now from what may be a more telling angle. Here's Bennett. Miller goes across. The right arm is checking him. The body is checking him. He was pushed. Houghton came in and finished it off. He went down in a heap. A penalty was given. A penalty was converted. And City are in front. Galvin. Referee is going to give a free kick there. Tony Galvin, who went down. Ricky Villa are very unhappy about the challenge by Ray Ranson. He's going to get booked. Ray Ranson, that is. And the match coming to boiling point now as the City fans celebrate the second goal for their side. Ray Ranson is being booked. There's been a little bit of a tussle off the ball between Gow and Crooks. And away from that, there's also been an incident on the far side with Tommy Caton going down. The referee is trying to book Ranson. Free kick though to Spurs. Low in to Villa. Crooks. Manchester City 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Ardiles. Hutchison, fouled by Galvin, and the referee's got his notebook out again here. That's 3 bookings now. Caton and Ranson of Manchester City have been booked. Tony Galvin now of Spurs. Tony Galvin coming in behind Tommy Hutchison, chopping at his legs, no question about that. Bookable offence. Oh, what a match we've got now, to be sure. David Bennett having won that penalty for Manchester City. Kevin Reeves putting it away. 2-1 they lead. On by Hutchison. Reeves. Tangled this time with Roberts. Houghton's back pass just in time, Alexic. Ardiles. Galvin. Spurs asked to come from behind as they did in the first match. Ardiles. Hoddle. Great stuff from Hoddle. Corner. Corrigan must have tipped it over. What a good save. Ardiles square to Hoddle, who likes them from that position. Left foot, good stop. Houghton. Roberts. Miller nearly in there. This is Archibald. And his shot strikes the defender, McDonald, as he fell. Well, 1 or 2 hands went up on the Tottenham side. Archibald saying handball by McDonald. The referee is going to talk to Archibald, I think, about dissent there. He appealed for a penalty. He said too much, as the referee makes absolutely clear. Ardiles has come across to contest it, but the booking is for Archibald. 4 players now in the referee's book, and if this goes on, there's a great danger that somebody will slip up again and get sent off. Ardiles. Houghton. Lead. matches on Saturday, 4 so far tonight. It's a measure of the commitment and the pressure here on Reed from Crooks. The flag is up. And the referee, I must say, has over the 2 matches always been well placed to make his decisions. He's always been up with play, although perhaps on the penalty he may have had a bit of ground to make up. Here's Hutchison. He had a good view though, because he didn't hesitate when the challenge was made, and he won't now. Gow and Ardiles, and it's becoming so heated now it could get out of hand. Jerry Gow reckless on Ozzy Ardiles, and Jerry Gow, number 8 for Manchester City, is going to get booked as well as they try and calm Ardiles down and shepherd him away. A fan has got across the barriers and is having to be led away. Never has the referee been more firmly tested than he is at this moment in these 2 FA Cup finals. The players are just for the moment allowing their tempers to get the better of the football. Bennett away from Houghton. That's well played by Bennett. It's going to come loose to Reeves, and the shot strikes Roberts. Power trying to retrieve it for City. Oh, he did awfully well against Perryman. There are 3 waiting in the centre. One of them is Tommy Hutchison. It's too long. And never have Tottenham needed this backing as much as they do now, because there's a danger that since the penalty they've lost their cool. "20 minutes gone in the second half. Spurs 2-1 down. Ardiles challenged fiercely by Hutchison, but fairly this time. Hoddle looking for Archibald. Free kick given against Bobby McDonald, and Spurs will be hoping again that Hoddle can conjure up something. It may sound repetitive, but every free kick they get within range of goal is really down to him. And this is like Saturday, isn't it, with the 2 players to set the thing up for him to chip it. And Roberts comes in, but he won't beat Corrigan in that sort of tussle. Indeed, he fouled him, just the same spot from which Hoddle engineered the equaliser in the first match. Here's Reeves. Now, what incident we've had in this 100th final, in the first match and in the replay. We've had an own goal, we've had a penalty. And there may be more to come. Ardiles for Spurs. Miller. Villiers. Then Hoddle coming through, looking for Crooks and Archibald. Caton's header. Then McDonald. Always seems to have his body between the opponent and the ball. Good defending. Crooks. And McDonald sliding it out for a corner. "20 minutes to go. Spurs trail by 2-1. Hoddle with the corner. Corrigan's come a long way. Might have caught Tommy Caton on the arm. Not given. Galvin. Spurs think there was a handball against Tommy Caton. It may have hit him, which means it wasn't intentional. That would be a point to bear in mind here. Just watch number 6. Well, his arm was up. Villiers. Hoddle. Oh, there's a chance here for Archibald. Crooks! 2-2. And the double act works again. Spurs stayed onside. Archibald went in first. Garth Crooks scored. That's his 22nd of the season. Houghton. City throw. Archibald's begun to run across to the right. Perryman now. Hoddle is well forward in this attack. Here he is. Quarter of an hour to go. Villiard for Spurs. Pulled it back for Crooks. Hit the defender. Archibald. Houghton. Galvin. The influence of the Tottenham midfield has grown in the last quarter of an hour, and the fans sense it. Tommy Hutchison went in late when Glenn Hoddle was on the ground. Fantastic backing from the Tottenham supporters, particularly at the moment. Houghton to take the kick. Villiard on. Archibald back. Referee says foul. Against Archibald. Garth Crooks trying to hurry them away and get on with the game. Bennett's making his run now. He's come to Mackenzie. What a good tackle by Graham Roberts. And now Galvin. Spurs have got two to his right, and Galvin wants to go on his own. Villiard. And still Ricky Villiard. What a fantastic run. He scored. Amazing goal by Ricky Villiard. All of a sudden, Spurs are in front again, and look what happened here. The big man from Argentina went round 1, 2, 3. Joe Corrigan came to block, and Villiard squeezed it in. Hutchison to Bennett. Mackenzie. Oh, Paul Miller couldn't get to him. It then hit Miller, not on the hand, says the referee, and he manages to force it away from Bennett. There's Bennett again. This is Power. Coming back to Stewart. So dangerous in those positions, Dennis Stewart, but they allowed him some room there. On by Crooks, looking for Archibald, and Nicky Reed says he will not pass. Gal for City. Stewart, Hutchison, Ardiles away, and Tottenham can have an extra man here. Hoddle for Crooks. Can Crooks make sure here for Spurs? Joe Corrigan saw enough of the ball to make the save and denied Crooks the crowning moment. Crooks then just left his foot there on the goalkeeper. The referee went back to check that was all right. Jerry Gow. They've got players out on the left. Paul Power. Stoppage time now. Reeves heading it back. Stewart! It was close. And they breathed a huge sigh of relief on the Tottenham bench then. Dennis Stewart, with that familiar stooping volley, saw it go away. Glenn Hoddle says to Ricky Villa, there's still some marking to be done. And we're well into time added on now by the referee for stoppages. But there can only be seconds, surely, separating Spurs from the FA Cup. Archibald, Villa. Payton was in quickly. Stewart. And again he checks his watch. Ardiles. Archibald. And that's it! Spurs have won the cup. And Ricky Villa. Keith Birkinshaw off the bench. The big Argentine got two. Cook's got the other. Spurs 6 FA Cup wins in 6 finals. In the year of the cockerel. Ozzy Ardiles has fulfilled his great ambition. He has won an FA Cup winners' medal, and it's in the 100th final. Ricky Villa's 2 goals, starting and finishing a quite remarkable match. Steve Perryman, whose Tottenham career began here as a 15-year-old schoolboy when he watched them win the cup from the stands in 1967, started as an apprentice at White Hart Lane the following Monday, and in the last 14 years has been the model professional. No footballer embodies better the qualities you'd expect from a player who earns his living from our greatest game. And so it's fitting that in the year of the 100th final, it's Steve Perryman who takes the cup for Spurs. It's the year of the cockerel.
Here's the man who scored that memorable goal. And Ricky, we were talking yesterday and you said, I might just repeat what I did in the semi-final, do you remember?
Yes, of course, I won't score a goal like that, you know, but I think I lucky because it's so difficult sometimes pass people and in the close area, and I have a luck, I think.
Unbelievable. You know, I'll never forget this night as long as I live. I mean, it, you know, as I said, it just hit me. You know, I just broke out in tears. Just couldn't believe it. And what more can you say?
A quick word from both of you about what has been a memorable final in every sense.
Well, there's a saying that skill will out, David, and I think that I personally didn't think Tottenham were going to come back at 2-1, and it required something exceptional. And Hoddle's chip across the top of the defence was exceptional. And John Bond will be so bitterly disappointed at the minute, I know him very well, but when he gets over it in a long, long time to come, he will put his hands up and say, well, if we're going to lose, I'd like to lose by a thing like that, sheer skill. And the winning goal, of course, was out of this world.